Hey guys, this is Fear from EG's Dota 2 division, here to give you some tips on Clinkz for Razer's Academy. Let's get on to it. For starting item builds and lane for Bone Clinkz, this hero is best suited as a solo hero on the easy lane. Starting item builds to look for with the Bone Clinkz is Ring of Protection, Healing Salve, a Tango, and throwing a couple branches in there into the mix. You could also sell one of these and pick up a circlet too if you don't want to go this route. If you want to go the Quilla route, which is totally fine as well, you can start with this and then grab a circlet as well. This is an acceptable build too. So, to go over some of the points with Bone Clinkz, the reason why he wants to solo is because he needs levels. This is a very level dependent hero. He does a lot when he gets his skill set leveled up. He wants to get his death pact as soon as he possibly can, and he's going to start using that to not only accelerate his farm but increase his ganking potential. So he wants to start out in this lane solo. So in most situations you'll have an aggressive tri lane or a dual lane with a jungler with the Clinkz down here. The second reason why he's most beneficial in the easy lane is he is an orb blocking hero. So he can use his searing arrows to attack a unit and then just follow him across the lane and harass him out of the lane without the creeps aggroing on him. Because if you click your ability, for example, if I use W and then click on the hero and then follow him and do it again, I will not take creep aggro like a regular right click would. Item builds to look out for playing the Bone Clinkz. Standard item builds will be, you want to sit in the lane and just farm. Just farm, farm, farm until you have Orchid. Once you have your Orchid, you are a complete beast. You get to run around the map. You can kill any hero on the map, most likely, with that item if you had solo experience. Orchid timing is usually going to be around 12 to 15 minutes is when you're aiming to get it, on top of either normal boots or no boots. It doesn't really matter. He doesn't need boots, but he's going to need boots eventually. My favorite boots on this hero will be Power Treads. Once you combine Power Treads on top of an Orchid, you do a ton of damage and you can run around the map just killing heroes in a few shots. But the key point for this hero is you can only do damage when your death pact is basically up. You only want to be looking for ganks when you have death pact up and you eat a creep. Alright, so death pact, when you eat it, you'll see a notice. It increases your health gain, which means you'll get that much of the creep's HP as your own HP, and you'll also get a portion of its HP as damage. So my 60 damage all of a sudden goes into 115. It basically just doubled. So I can run around the map with this damage. It's basically a double damage rune by all means once you get it up running early. So you can get this, run around looking for ganks. Alternatively, you can look for other item builds. Is Medallion. I have some experimental builds that I do where I get Medallion first on Clinkz when I have a very poor start. You get ganked a lot, and you're not able to get that fast Orchids. It's just not a possibility. You get ganked a lot, get shreds, then go straight into Medallion, and then start working on the Orchid. And then maybe you can get a lot of work done with that early Medallion because it's very cheap and cost effective. But that's not ideally what you're looking for. You're looking to get the Orchid up as soon as you possibly can. If you want to get Medallion after that, sure, why not? It's a great item. It gives a lot. It's really cost effective and it'll give you a lot of damage, especially to strength heroes like Nakes if you want to focus them down. As far as when to be aggressive with this hero and when to play passive, he's pretty much full-on aggressive. He plays a little passive early game for the first couple minutes. First, I'd say about 15 minutes, he wants to play a little passive just so he can get his items up and running. But after that, you're just on the prowl looking for kills at all times. I'm EG Fear. This was brought to you by Razer Academy. Thank you for watching. Morphling is one of the harder carries that you can find in Dota. Much like Spectre, Anti-Mage, Phantom Lancer, it needs a lot of time to build up. So you're going to want to put the Morphling in a good, safe lane where he can get farm. The one thing that Morphling can do that a lot of the other hard carries in Dota cannot do is he actually suits very well in the middle lane in some matchups. The fact that he can morph down his strength and just get more agility